Hi, kids, and welcome to another episode of the Outsiders of Horror podcast. I am your co-host, Andrew Fay, a.k.a. Tucker. With me is my hetero life mate, my other co-host, the man with a plan, Brian Farmer, a.k.a. Dale. What's up,
Yep,
bud?
and on that note, hello everyone, and fuck you, Daryl Hook, and anyone else from that Saturday Night at the Movies podcast. Just kidding, not really. So how's it going? You know, we're living in a crazy fucking world, Faye. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good here personally. We had a scare this week because of all the rioting and looting and stuff like that, but nothing happened. But we even shut down Dairy Queen because of the potential for some looting and rioting going on in this little small town, Kansas.
I mean, what are they going to come for? The blizzards, like that, or like
I don't know.
Like the 750 you guys pulled in cash tips? I mean, like what the fuck are they after here?
I don't know. It's just crazy that it's spread to like here because usually when shit like this is going on a nationwide basis, we usually just kick back and watch the shit on TV. We didn't really expect it to spread all the way down here, and it did a little bit, but I mean, nobody looted, right? It was peaceful protesting and shit.
Well, that's good. We weren't so lucky.
Kind of protesting. Yeah.
Yeah, they blew up a cop car in the middle of downtown. The National Guard came out. They had tear gas, and I saw like people like Facebook Live videos that were like down there when it was all happening. I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so far, it seems like it's calmed down significantly around here. But yeah, that was it's pretty crazy considering that I'm like right next to where all that shit has happened. So it's
right.
Yeah, it's like all the places I would walk and go and just like hang out. So
it got crazy in Wichita a little bit. I mean, it started out peaceful to where I was even going to talk about, man, I'm proud to be from Wichita because it was nothing but peace. It was great protesting. And then all of a sudden, here come the looters and the rioters late at night. I guess even one convenience store got shut up with an AK-47. People are just, bashing windows and stealing fucking boxes of Fruit Loops and shit. The shit that they're stealing, too, when you see the videos is just fucking ridiculous.
I like down here, like someone like they looted a men's warehouse.
Gotta get that suit.
Yeah. Apparently, they wanted that fucking Pinocchio vest and a good pair of fucking dress pants. And chances are the shit probably wasn't even their fucking size either. They just fucking snatched it and ran.
Grabbed it off the rack. Yeah,
straight up trying to sell that shit on fucking eBay or the Facebook Marketplace. Watch.
And the next month when it's open back up, they're gonna try to take it back. Like, oh, this is my size. I don't have the receipt.
Yeah, and it's not like they can really like even trace it even by like the UPC or anything. So yeah, I mean, I could see why it'll kind of be fucked on that end. But yeah, good for you. You got some free shit.
But luckily, a store that did not get looted is our girl Christy and her Nightmare Toys. She had her grand opening this week over in Vegas. So big congrats to you there, lady, and congrats on not getting looted on your first fucking week of being open.
Yes, yeah, that would have been fucking terrible. But do you think like the ghost of Tim A? Like, do you think Timmy haunts Nightmare Toys? Do you think he's like in the walls somewhere? Like
maybe because I mean,
cemented we don't like a Han Solo or something.
It's possible, not that, but we don't even know if the dude's alive. So if he's dead, who knows what the fuck he's attached himself to?
A dildo donkey fucking machine or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Oh, Jesus. So how's your week, buddy? Sounds like you're about to rejoin the population.
Yeah. I mean, my week was okay, man. Like I went up with one of my buddies. We had a 6 a.m. tea time. I've gotten into golf, so yeah. I've been buying way too much shit for that. So yeah, I went out with my little fucking clubs. I haven't taken a lesson. I went to the driving range like 3 times over like the last 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm Tiger Woods. I'm ready. And then I go to the course, and I fucking sucked. It was not good at all. I am thankful that there was no one behind us, because if they saw my fucking terrible whiffs and baseball fucking like swings, they would have laughed their fucking asses off. I get to like we're at the first round, like first hole, like par 1, whatever the fuck it is. I'm there. I take out my driver, and I was watching Tin Cup the night before, and I was looking at my friend. And I was like, "Listen, bro, about to have the big dog eat." And then I fucking swing, hit the ball. I made contact, except it went 3 feet into the water.
Nice. So did you have to get your golf clubs from like the junior section?
No. I had a kit. I had a whole fucking like a bag of clubs from California. just were like basically brand new. I only used it at the driving range maybe like twice. So the kid was like, "Oh, like, do you like have you played before?" I'm like, "You kidding? I'm dope." And then, I rolled out my little starter set, and it was it was a sight to be seen.
Like, dude, you don't know how many times I've seen Happy Gilmore. I got this shit.
That's right. You just want to get in the hole. Just get in the hole. You want to go home? You don't like your home?
Too good for your home. God damn it.
So that was the beginning of that. So it's nothing but good times. You'll catch me at the U.S. Open pretty soon. So yep.
Right. Do miss the sports though, but I mean, as many people know, I'm a huge basketball fan. That's coming back July 31st. So count down the days. I will not be wearing pants that day because they will not fit.
I saw like a hypothetical list of who the Celtics are going to play, so I'm pretty happy about that. Even though like it's like Toronto like fucking 3 times on that list, but I was really hoping that they were going to have OKC on there. I was really hoping, but I didn't see it.
We finished out our series right before all this shit happened with Boston. Anywho, let's talk a little some recent watch action, shall we?
Recent
watches. I'll go ahead and kick it off because last weekend my local movie theater opened back up, so I went and watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the theater. That was fun. That was a good time. The capacity for the auditorium, they've set it at 15. There was 10 of us, so I mean, it was fun. It was fun to watch it with the group at a movie theater. I was grooving and jamming. It was a good time. And then I watched the new Invisible Man on 4K. I ordered that, of course, because that movie's fucking amazing, and I recommend everybody to watch it. Then I watched Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, where Tom Hanks plays Mr. Rogers. And I mean, of course, Tom Hanks crushed it. I really felt like I was watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Did you cry?
No crying. I was just enjoying it, reminiscing about the times I used to watch Mr. Rogers with my grandpa. It was a good time. And it's a solid movie. I mean, overall, I mean, it's good. And then me and my documentaries, I watched a documentary called Earbuds, a podcasting documentary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Any fucking tips?
That's why I watched it. I was like, ooh, maybe I can learn and get some pointers because I figured it's going to be, just the different stories about different podcasts and how they started, how they got there, and like all that shit. It was really a fucking depressing ass documentary. It was mostly about like the listeners. No, even more depressing than that, like people getting cancer and fucking dying and shit, and like their listeners, and then like these diehard listeners getting to meet their favorite podcasters and crying and getting all excited and emotional. It was fucking weird. It was more depressing than like happy. You wouldn't expect that off of a podcasting documentary, so definitely wasn't what I expected. I don't even know if I recommend it or not. But then they added my boy Kevin Smith. Me being the obsessed fan that I am, they've added his live special Silent but Deadly on Amazon Prime. So it was the first time I watched it. And it's the stand-up where he, that same night, right after he finished the show, is when he had his near-fatal heart attack. So that was interesting. But it was still, I mean, he fucking crushed it, even mere minutes before having a fucking heart attack. It's really good. So, of course, I recommend that. And that was it for me on recent watches because I've been working like a motherfucker. So,
wow. Normally you have like a pretty substantial list and you kind of like go into it, but yeah, apparently you had no fucking list at all.
I thought I did too, and I was sitting here looking, and I was looking down. I was like, oh wait, that's the end of it.
Yeah. Like I didn't watch too much like horror this week. I watched 47 Meters Down, the sequel.
Yeah, was that any good?
I would recommend it. I didn't mind it.
Did you like the first one?
I like the first one. This one, like, obviously was like a less of a budget, but I did like the aspect where it's kind of like this, like a little, like a old temple underneath the water that they found.
Right.
And like that's kind of cool. I'm always into like seeing like shit like that, like National Treasure type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what another like rehash of them being just stuck in a cage that got released from the boat or whatever, like in the
first one. No, they were like swimming free. It's them like trapped under like just like under like these little like caves and shit.
Hence the uncaged part, but just taking advantage of that name since the first one was such a success. I get you.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I put it right up there with the first one. I didn't think it was terrible. I actually did like it.
It deserved its theatrical release, like it got.
Did it go to theatrical release? I thought it was just a straight.
Even my local theater got it. It was crazy. Yeah,
Really?
I got it theatrical. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that shocks me, but I'm glad that it got that because that's cool. You know, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a movie. I know there was like a couple of names in there, but like the dude who played the dad, I just remember him because he was the Kate Beckinsale's love interest in Serendipity, and he was like the hippie fucking like Indian like a white singer guy. I was all about that. I loved it. But as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Whoa, it's that dude! It's the guy! That guy!"
Yeah, you know that one guy for that one thing.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, I know him." But that wasn't bad. And then I watched Tin Cup with Kevin Costner because
Speaking of golf movies,
yeah, you know, I realized by next year I'm going to PGA. So I mean, you know, I figure I might as well just start watching some movies that are going to prepare me for that. So I was watching the Legend of Bagger Vance. I watched that.
dude, golfing's a bitch, man. You got to come straight out the nutsack and have with a golf club in your head to make it to PGA, especially at a young age. So good luck with that, buddy.
I don't know. On the drive, I can hit as far as a normal like PGA member because they're hitting 250.
That's fine.
They're hitting 250 to 290, and I'm hitting like 260 right now off the drive. So I mean, you know, I'm right up there. If I can just get the game down, if it's any club besides a driver, I don't know what to do with it yet. So I mean, we're gonna see what happens.
So distance is just a small part of the game, just a tiny little part.
But that's
accuracy is very important. You got to watch out for the bunkers and the water and shit.
Yeah, well, you know, that's I'm not ready for all that yet. All right, baby fucking steps. I mean, I'm pretty sure some like 8-year-old kid could beat me with like plastic clubs.
But by next summer, you're ready for PGA. Gotcha.
Next, I'm ready. I'm going fucking balls to the wall. I'm putting so much fucking effort into this.
Oh god, here comes another farmer dream for you.
Yeah.
Wrestler, director, now professional golfer.
Well, hey, that's still going, but I need something to do when I'm like 80 years old and can't move anymore and can't wrestle. So, you know, I need another hobby, something I can, you know, drink beers and drive a cart around.
And you already can't direct. Oh, bird, baby, bird.
Oh man,
Disco Inferno.
Holy shit! No wonder everybody else in the group left. Oh fuck!
High turnover rate.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a song called "High Turnover Rate."
That's gonna be, you know, since we can do songs again, that's gonna be one of the songs.
There we go.
So, all right. So Tin Cup. The other thing, I watched Highlander 1 and 2.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. You know, I thought those movies were okay. Did you like those? Or did you hate those?
I remember watching them when they were fairly new. I don't really remember a whole lot about them, but I mean, obviously they didn't stick with me. I wasn't too excited about it. Of course, I watched the one with Edge in it, the Endgame, Highlander Endgame, I think it was, just because he was in it, because they advertised the shit of it on WWF back in the day. But didn't really get a bench in the Highlander. Never got into the series.
So what was that, like Highlander 4 or some shit? Or is that like
I don't even know which number. I just know it was one of the random Highlander movies that they fucking made.
Interesting. Now I feel like I have to look this up because I don't believe you. I feel like I've never even heard of this thing. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't know Edge was in a Highlander movie?
No. I'm looking this up right now because I need to know what the hell this is. So this is what, like the last 10 years? Like 15 years?
No, it was like when Edge was like still like Edge and Christian, like Attitude Era.
Attitude Era. Holy shit. All right.
I want to say it was Highlander Endgame. Just search Adam Copeland Highlander or Edge Highlander.
That's what I'm doing. Highlander Endgame. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, Christopher Lambert and him. Well, what? Why is Dame Dash from Rockefeller Records in that fucking thing? Oh my god.
So you're saying that it was in 2000? This was?
Yes, this was 2000.
Because that's Dame Dash time.
Okay, all right. So,
look at me knowing my hip hop and Highlander.
Yeah, you're knowing fucking something. I didn't even know this thing existed.
So now we know what to look forward to on Recent Watches next week.
Mm-hmm. I gotta watch everything this week to fucking make up for next week because I have to go back to the civilian world and work again. I was getting so used to fucking just waking up shit faced on the floor, just enjoying my life. But now I can't do that. Now I have to adult again. Thanks.
Right. Waking up going, man, it's only 2 PM. I should still be sleeping.
Straight bullshit. That's what that is. Straight bullshit. What else did I watch? I know I watched a couple other fucking things. Legend of Bagger Vance. I already said that. I watched goddamn Will Smith, you beautiful bastard, in that movie. What else did I watch? I watched like the Greatest Game. I think it was Shia LaBeouf on Disney Plus. It was his little golf movie from back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I was watching it. It was like, oh, the whole thing took place in Boston. I was like, oh, no shit, this is great. And then I think that pretty much ended it for my golf kick. And then I think I watched Trauma is War because I didn't get to watch that completely a couple weeks ago. So I watched that, and that was about it. Trauma is War. That was the movie. And that concludes Farmer's recent watches.
All right. Well, I think we got plenty to talk about with these movies. So I think before I do my overrated pick, we'll talk a little Cabin Fever first. Which before we even get into that, I'll go ahead and reveal the Instagram poll. It's the closest one we've had yet. At 52%, I asked, what do you prefer, Tucker and Dale versus Evil or Cabin Fever? At 52% was Tucker and Dale versus Evil. So it was pretty split with the crowd, with our followers there, and there was a lot of votes. So should be interesting to hear how this goes. But yes, the good old Eli Roth Cabin Fever from 2003. Not the random fucking remake that they randomly did a few years ago for some fucking reason. That was another shot-for-shot fucking remake.
We don't talk about that. That movie doesn't exist.
But this is the good old Cabin Fever with James DeBello, which I love James DeBello. I think he's great. Detroit Rock City, fucking hilarious. Serena Vincent, Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World. What was his name in that show? What was Corey's friend's name?
Hunter? Was it Hunter?
Sounds right.
Yeah, Sean Hunter.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, Sean. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know why I can remember that. I can remember. Oh, definitely, I can remember Topanga. Oh yeah, baby. Then we got a good old Joey Kern is in this movie from Super Troopers and just a bunch of other random shit that he's been in. Funny dude. Yeah, and apparently this movie was inspired by a real trip that Eli Roth took to Iceland where he developed a skin infection. And so he came back home and wrote this movie.
How the fuck are you going to skip over Giuseppe Andrews and Jordan Ladd and your fucking intro of fucking cast members here? And Serena Vincent.
I said Serena Vincent, but I didn't say
that. Fuck that stupid bitch. How are you going to fucking forget the other two?
Because I didn't write them down.
You cocksucker. Giuseppe Andrews. Also from Detroit Rock City.
That's Sheriff Winston, or Deputy Winston.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. The party
My favorite
man
line in Detroit Rock City is oh man, horror movies start out like this, man. Yeah, but porno start out like this too.
Yep, go Jason Bello.
I was like, that's a me line.
Yeah. I wish James DeBello did more. He was in Swim Fan. I really like that movie.
Swim Fan. How come that blonde girl never really her career never really took off after that?
No, it's fucking Anakin Skywalker's sister. Hayden Christensen's sister. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, Cabin Fever is a group of friends go out to a summer cabin for a nice little getaway and come across some shit, pretty much. To come across a hermit out there that's got infected by some kind of disease that's out there in the woods. And shit just starts going crazy. And the shit spreads. It spreads through the water. Because they beat the shit out of this dude, light him on fire, and he dies inside the water supply.
And that's how you got COVID-19.
Yeah. And we've been surrounded by disease movies kind of trying to give us a warning, and we just never listened. We just never listened.
I don't think we can listen. I don't see it.
They always say science fiction ends up being science fact, even when it ends up being shit like this.
Just watch The Simpsons. You'll figure it out.
Right. So it was a $1.5 million budget. Ended up grossing $30.5 million, which happened to be Lionsgate's biggest release in 2003. Like its most profitable, or not profitable, but its highest grossing film of 2003.
Right.
So I would say that was kind of a rough year for Lionsgate then. I've always seen them as kind of a heavy hitter, but maybe not then, I guess. Maybe they were still growing.
Did they own Saw? Did Lionsgate own Saw?
Yeah, but that came out after 2003. I think the first one was the next year.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that was maybe that's just like the early days for them.
Yeah, the start of it.
Do you know what Lionsgate's highest grossing movie of all time is?
I do not.
The Hunger Games: Catching Fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single one of those motherfuckers.
You haven't seen those?
Uh-uh.
I volunteer as tribute. All right. Insert Hunger Games song here. Only here on the outside as far do you get some smooth ass production value like that, my friend.
Oh, Jesus. So right off the bat, what I mean, what was your expectations going into this movie?
Did you see this movie in theaters, or did you catch it on?
I did. I saw it multiple times because Ryder Strong was in it, and I was a big Boy Meets World fan growing up. I was like, holy shit, there he is.
Gotcha. I never saw this in theaters. This came out in what, 2002? Yeah, so I never saw this in theaters. I saw it on DVD, and I didn't see it till like years later. So I want to say probably 8 years later. I want to say 2010ish. I probably saw it. I remember watching it, and I was like, Jordan Ladd is fucking hot.
Yeah, you're a Jordan Ladd, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I love Jordan Ladd. And then who else? I liked Ryder Strong. I like James DeBello. So I was like, okay, like this cast seems okay. And I think at the time I was really into Eli Roth because I think I remember I saw Hostel, and then I was like, okay, this is pretty bitchin'. Then that's when I discovered Cabin Fever after Hostel came out.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, this Eli Roth guy, he's pretty cool. Is he going to be a good director? No, he did not become a good director. He became a good producer, not a good director. Right. But yeah, I mean, like I had, good. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I had like expectations like walking into it because I wasn't such a cynical asshole back then. I think I was more like open to things and like really excited about everything that came out. But like now I just fucking hate it. I hate everything. Right. I don't hate Cabin Fever, but I just fucking hate everything. That's just how I am. Yeah, no, but I did like it though. So my first experience of like seeing it on DVD was probably with a group of friends, and I was just probably like, I am fucking entranced by this. I love this, the fucking disease. I was like, so this is what like STDs are like. I was like, cool.
Sweet, I can get down with this. Yeah. No, I've watched it multiple times in theaters, and I also saw it at the drive-in with my buddy Chris, my black friend that likes to yell at the screen. So we had to go watch it at the drive-in so we didn't get in trouble, It was a good time.
You guys had the windows rolled up, a little blanket to snuggle in?
No, we were chilling in the car though because we were big smokers then, cheeching it up. So we hotboxed the car and watched some Cabin Fever at the drive-in, and just his commentary was just fucking classic. Like during the scene where Ryder Strong decides to play a little frisky with Jordan Ladd, and he's sliding his hand down, and then all of a sudden you can hear the sound effects of like the squishy sound.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend's like, oh shit, you can hear it. Ah, he's finger banging the shit. And then he pulls out the fingers, it's coming blaze. Like, I shot a period.
That ain't no period, my man.
I was like, I think that's the disease. Have you not been paying attention to the movie? And he's like, no, I'm high as shit. I was like, oh, okay, well, fair enough. But yeah, no, and I had big expectations just because there was a little bit of hype for this Eli Roth guy. So I was like, okay, we need something big in horror. And that's where the big hype behind Hostel came from, because Cabin Fever ended up being successful and everybody had high hopes for Eli Roth. Right. While Hostel was successful, made a lot of money and shit like that, people were the expectations were so high that it was disappointing to a lot of people, Hostel. And then he tried again with the Hostel 2, which was a big crap fest, I think. But yeah, then he just kind of disappeared on the directing aspect. He's produced the shit out of shit. He's written shit. He's appeared in movies like what's that Nazi movie that he appeared in?
Not Inglourious Bastards, right?
Yeah. He's Bear with the baseball bat. Yeah,
that's right. Yep.
So yeah, and he's in Cabin Fever. He likes to put himself in his movies. Apparently, he's grim. He's the stoner around that shows up during their campfire scene. Which I
just realized he was born in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, look at that! No wonder he's a dipshit.
Yeah, well, he's from Newton, so he's an asshole.
No, he seems like a cool guy. And he's not a bad actor because he's got that creepy fucking wide smile and shit and the big old bushy eyebrows. So it's a good character, I guess, to throw in. Even though his character in Cabin Fever didn't really make a whole lot of sense. He's just that random nearby stoner that showed up at the campsite and then said he was going to leave and come back and never came back. And then we see him later in the cave in half. But, it is what it is. So, I mean, what do you think of the tone of this movie? Like, because it's definitely got a lot of comedy to it. I mean, you like with the little kid on Dennis on the swing and his random obsession with pancakes.
The kid just wants some fucking pancakes. Otherwise, he's just gonna bite you. All right, so just get the fuck away from him. Yeah, I mean, like the tone of the movie was cool. I mean, overall, like I was really invested in Cabin Fever. I own it on the DVD and VHS. Like it's definitely one of my. I would say it's on like my top 20s of movies that I have.
Nice.
Like that I like on my personal list. I love Cabin Fever. I thought it was great.
Nice. I did like the comedy in it. Like I said, I like James DeBello. I love his he's going hunting. They're like, why are you trying to kill squirrels? He's like, because they're gay. And then he's like, I don't care if they're gay or straight. I'm just gonna shoot them. Which squirrels do suck. I fucking hate squirrels. They scare the shit out of me. A little disease infested little fucking rodents. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a lot of weird fears that people keep learning about week after week on this show. Unfortunately,
yeah, like
that's why I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't want to really meet anybody in person that listens because they just have a whole laundry list of shit that they can scare me with, and it's really stupid shit. They can have a squirrel inside of a pumpkin, and I'll just have a straight up fucking heart attack right then and there. But yeah, I dig the tone. I liked the mix of the horror and the comedy. There was nothing really scary about this movie. Nobody can claim that this movie ever scared them, I don't think. If it did, then I mean, good luck watching any other horror movies.
Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't really scary. Like I normally dislike like comedy horror, but I think that's my perception now that I don't like comedy and horror. But I think like in that time frame for like that one, I think like I didn't give a shit at that point. I didn't think I had an opinion. I was just like, fuck yeah, fucking blood coming from her vagina when he's finger banging her. Yeah.
So the lovely Serena Vincent, who gracefully shows her tits quite a bit in this movie. I guess there was a big issue during filming to where she didn't want to show her butt because she didn't want to be typecast as the chick that just gets naked in movies. So there was a big old like feud to where I guess towards the top of the argument, she was like, okay, well, it looks like you're going to have to hire yourself a different actress then. And they were like filming, so Eli Roth didn't want to go through all that shit. So they made a compromise. During the love scene that she has with Ryder Strong with her whole, don't you just want to grab the person next to you and fuck them right before you die? That whole shit. Which those chicks are great in my opinion. But they came up with a compromise. So while she's riding him, Eli was allowed to show exactly 1 inch of her butt crack. And the rest had to be covered up. So when you see her riding, that the bed sheet is taped to her ass, so you get no more than 1 inch of her butt crack shown. Even though her tits all over the fucking screen. Oh, yeah. Don't show my ass though.
Sunday's best, yeah.
I thought that was an interesting tidbit that I read while researching this movie.
Wow. All right.
Don't show my ass.
Way to compromise there, Serena. You really came out on top on that one.
1 inch of the crack. So then I watched that scene after I read that. I was like, oh my god, there it is, 1 inch of the butt crack. She's riding Ryder Strong, ironically enough. Oh man. But yeah, and then there's a lot of homages in this movie to movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Night of the Living Dead. It's clear as day in the ending with the burning of the bodies and shit like that. Yep. Eli Roth's little tribute to some of his favorites. I gotta say though, I love Deputy Winston, and the party man when he's talking to Ryder Strong. You're the party man.
And his asshole glasses, that fucking douchebag.
Yeah, and then Ryder Strong finally runs into him. He's like, "Where's the tow truck, Winston?" It's actually this shot right here. Boom. But where's oh, you're the party man, and then he knocks him out. It's a fun scene. This movie gets really chaotic in the end. Did you think the ending of this movie was just kind of all over the place and just kind of? But to me, it was like all over the place in a fun way.
I mean, it was definitely all over the place, but I think it was more so because they knew they were going to do a sequel. So I think that's why I didn't like. It wasn't like a true end. It wasn't like a true ending. I think that's why it was just kind of like a shit fest.
What I want to know is what's in the fucking box. What's in that little kit that big bald dude gets, and he tries to open it before he gets killed. We never find out what's in the fucking box. This little tiny box is supposed to be the savior of these Christian loving hunters.
What do you think's in the box?
I don't know. Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
I was gonna say a dick, but yeah, all right, that too. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. There's a scene in this movie that makes me cringe every fucking time. You take a while to guess what scene that is. I mean, come on. It's clearly. I mean, I don't shave my legs, but it's when the chick is shaving her legs and she's scraping across the fucking wounds.
Oh, that made you cringe?
Oh yeah, it still makes me cringe. It makes me
That made me want to take my pants off.
That makes me cringe like the needle pit in Saw 2. That shit makes me cringe every time too.
That's such a good scene.
Mm-hmm. Or just anytime like fingernails are breaking off and shit like that. That's the kind of shit that makes me cringe. But yeah, this Serena Vincent continuously shaving her legs too while she's scraping across the fucking open flesh wounds and stuff. She doesn't stop after one scrape. She keeps fucking going, peeling off the skin. That shit. Ugh.
Poor fucking Jordan Ladd. You know, she's all fucked up and they just toss her in the shed.
Yeah. Ain't taking no chance. They all fucking die in the end anyway. Spoiler alert. You think Joey Kern made it. He survived, and then he just gets shot up because they think he's one of them. Another Night of the Living Dead homage there too.
In my movie Waking Nightmare, I after we were starting to cast, the first person I reached out to was Jordan Ladd. Nice. I wanted her to play the mom of my girl from Pitch Perfect. And then
did you ever get a response?
Oh yeah, I was back and forth with her agent a lot, and first he agreed to what we offered, and then like it came down to like contract time, and then it was like a battle over more money for like the days, like for the amount of days that we had, and like they were just a fucking shit fest. And then we couldn't do it, and that's fucking heartbroken because I love Jordan Ladd. After I saw Grace, I was like, I want this bitch in my shit. I was like, I fucking love her. I was like, she's awesome. And then I met her at a convention. She did Days of the Dead in California before it was like the last year that they stopped doing it in California. I remember I was like, I brought my Cabin Fever DVD cover. I walked up to her and I was like, hey, I'm Brian. I'm the guy that wrote Waking Nightmare. And she looked at me for a second. And then she said the name of the role, and I was like, "Yep."
Nice.
I was like, "We were supposed to work together," and then she was like, "Oh yeah," and she was like, "You know, she's like sometimes shit happens." I was like, "It's all good." And on my DVD cover, she writes, "Brian, hope we get the chance to work together soon." Jordan Ladd. I was like, "You cunt."
Nice. So yeah, I mean, anything else you want to add about this movie before we rate this bitch?
I mean, I thought the gore aspect of it was pretty good. I like not so much like the deaths, but I love like the decay of the bodies. I love the way like kind of like the blood and like the skin fragments and all that was just kind of like all over the place. I love Serena Vincent's chest. I love knowing now that she had a bed sheet taped to her ass because she didn't want to get typecast. Though she probably should have because she's had an awful career. So,
right. Well, she is a Power Ranger.
But for how long?
I know, right? I don't know how long that series lasted, or that section that she was in of the Power Rangers legacy.
Yeah, she's at more horror conventions than she should be. So she should have just showed all of her body because that would have been better off for her.
Yeah, she was at Frightmare last year. I forgot about that.
Yep, I mean, I walked right past her. $40 for a fucking auto. Get the fuck out of here. Bet you 25, right?
Nice. Yeah, just going over my notes. I think I covered just about everything I wanted. I mean, like I said, I loved Officer Winston. Where he's like telling Jordan Ladd to go back inside, grab yourself a 40, just party. Great character. So yeah, I'll rate this. I also love Dennis, the pancakes. And then all of a sudden he's starting to do karate moves before he takes a chunk out of fucking James DeBella's hand. And then just that whole ending. It was wild and sporadic, and Generally, I don't like endings that are all over the place like that, but this one was just fun because I mean that's what this movie was. It's just supposed to be a good time.
Right.
Just overall, usually I don't try to do the whole half score rating, but I just really couldn't decide between a 7 or an 8, so I'm going 7.5 out of 10 on this one.
You really broke it down into the little decimal points over there, huh? For this one.
Yeah, it's rare for me, but I just really couldn't decide because I felt like 7 was too low, but I felt 8 was just a little too high. So I just I was like, fine, I'm gonna do the fucking decimal system here.
Dewey Decimal.
Yeah,
For me, I give it a 7. I thought it was a really good movie. It gets a 7.
look at us matching up a little bit.
Yep, just a little bit.
Oh man, good old music. All right.
And just I would be a fool if I didn't mention it, but look down below, subscribe, follow us.
Yes.
See a little scrolly bar? It's going by right now. Like,
Yes.
subscribe, share.
And follow us on Instagram, Outsiders of Horror, Facebook, Outsiders of Horror Podcast.
That's right. And then if you just go and you hit that little the little red button, boop, subscribe,
boop, click that bell to get notified. Boop. It is what it is. Welcome to Outsiders to YouTube. Which, yeah, I mean, I put up the Hannah Fearman interview, and it's getting a pleasant reaction. I figured it wasn't going to get any views because that episode's been out for a while, but people like watching the video and seeing her pretty wide-eyed face,
She definitely is pretty. No, I mean that was a good interview. She was awesome to work with. She was great.
Yep. I hopefully we get to talk to her again someday when that film that she did comes out that you guys are talking about.
A little segment, whatever that.
Yeah, she directed one segment and then stars on another segment. Dead by Midnight, I think, is what it was called. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, okay. Before we get into some Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which you YouTube viewers can see that I'm rocking my best redneck with my red plaid and little summertime sleepaway camp shirt. Doing it up. We got to have the farmer's favorite segment, my overrated pick of the week.
Yes.
So I came up with one because there was one movie in particular that I was gonna pick, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna actually say this director is overrated, and that is good old David Cronenberg. I think is very much overrated. The only directed film that I like from him is The Fly. I think Scanners was going to be the movie that I was going to pick as overrated, just because I think that movie highly is fucking overrated. I mean, besides that iconic head exploding scene, what else do you got in that movie? Just like fucking an hour and a half of people like fucking shaking their head and go, "Oh, I'm a scanner too," The Brood was okay for one of his older films, but I mean, directing wise, I don't think he's in the spotlight marquee kind of name that he is treated to be. I'm guessing your main boner for Cronenberg is because he's Decker and Nightbreed, right?
100%.
So like directing, he doesn't have a big attachment for you or nothing?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say like he doesn't have a big attachment, but I do enjoy a lot of his movies. For instance, I loved Shivers. I loved Rabid. I loved The Brood, Scanners, Videodrome, Dead Zone Fly, Crash. The Crash was a great one.
Yeah, Crash was solid.
History of Violence. That was a good one too.
I mean, if you recall when we did Videodrome, I wasn't a big fan of that movie. I don't know. It's just something about his directing style or just the movies that he decides to create. Just, I don't know, aren't for me, I guess.
Well, if Madeline was here, her from the Guillotine Girls, her response to you would be like, yeah, you don't like him because you don't like good fucking directors or good movies.
Right. Of course. But I mean, I'm sorry, but he's not a market. Like when they announced him as like a huge headliner for Frightmare, I was like, well, I think this is a good name to have. Obviously, he doesn't do this is his first American con. Well, it's hopefully going to be, but I don't think they should have been in the spotlight. Marquee name, David.
I do. It's his first fucking convention. Yeah, I mean, he's a film legend, so he definitely. I mean, if you think about everybody else that they have listed for TFW, yeah, he deserves that marquee name.
Yeah.
Who else right now at TFW is as big as that guy, or bigger in your opinion?
My boy Justin Long.
Okay, yeah, you're just a fucking retard. Can I say that on YouTube? I'm not even sure, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, now think of somebody else who's not Justin Long.
Well, no, I mean, I think Danny Trejo's a bigger name. But I mean, does a lot of cons.
I can't even fucking have this conversation with you because you think Danny Trejo is a bigger name than David fucking Cronenberg. Just because I have an obsession with him as Decker from Nightbreed. It's not the only reason. This guy is a fucking respected fucking he's a fucking Criterion Collection fucking filmmaker, man. Like, no.
Yeah. And he's overrated.
He is not. You know what? In the words of Jeff Jarrett, Double J, you're a slap nuts because he's fucking. He is not overrated by any stretch of the fucking word. You are just a fucking moron.
Yep. And that's my overrated pick of the week.
God fucking damn it. YouTube, people of the fucking social media platform universe. This guy over here, he's a fucking idiot. He is a fucking idiot because he thinks Danny Trejo is more profound than David Cronenberg. This guy, idiot. And when the show airs, can I get a little banner that says "I'm with stupid"? Can I get one of those?
We shall see, sir. We shall see.
This might be the. Have I agreed with you or disagreed with you more about your overrated picks of the week?
Disagree. Remember last week was probably like the first time you completely agreed with me with Bruce Campbell.
Oh yeah, he's definitely overrated. Fuck that idiot. I mean, I still paid $50 for his autograph. But I mean, what can you do? You need it on a cast piece, man.
There's your "I'm with stupid" banner for you, buddy.
Thank you. Yep. This fucking guy, this fucking toolbox right here. Yep. Looking like fucking Paul Bunyan in his fucking Cabin Fever shirt.
Yeah. My sleepaway camp chick with a dick. Who doesn't love a chick with a dick?
Well, and that's why he hasn't gotten laid, folks, because there aren't that many trannies in Kansas.
Oh, sweet baby jizzles. All right. Well, I think we got plenty to discuss with our next film. It would be some good old Tucker and Dale versus Evil, starring Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk and a bunch of really obnoxious kids playing college kids.
Yeah, damn kids, get off my lawn.
Right. Right off the bat, let's go ahead and talk about the cast, shall we?
Sure.
Let's talk about good old Tyler Labine. All right.
Yes. Yeah, a friend of the show, actually. A friend of the show.
I'm a huge fan of a lot of Tyler Labine's work. I absolutely love the show Reaper. I love a lot of his older shit from back when he even did like a movie for MTV called Together about a boy band. Do you remember that at all? But and just so on and so forth. I think he's always a great character in whatever he does. And to where he eventually ended up being on one of those he's on my bucket list of meets of people that I want to meet. Well, then we got the good old app called Cameo, to where you can pay X amount of dollars for somebody to give you a shout out. Wish you happy birthday, whatever your request is. Then they send you back a video.
You got crabs, whatever you need.
Right? Yeah. Break to your girlfriend that you accidentally gave her herpes and shit. Fun stuff like that. Whatever you need for whatever their price is. Now I see a lot of good like Cameo videos. I've received a couple that I think is great because I think this is a genius fucking app, and I'm glad it blew up. I'll show one example. It's I got my brother one. He turned 40 last November, and me and him grew up huge wrestling fans. So I found WWE Hall of Famer The Godfather on there, and I had him do a cameo, just basically wishing my brother happy birthday, and it turned out great. And here it is.
Hey, what's going on, Mark? 40 years old, man. You're catching me. Well, your brother Andrew reached out to me and wanted me to wish you a happy birthday. So it's time once again for everybody, including you, Mark, to come aboard the Ho train. Man, I still love doing that. Anyway, bro, I want you to enjoy your day. I understand that you love to roll fatties. Well, nobody loves to roll fatties more than me. And as soon as I'm done doing this, believe me, I'm going to roll them twisting. Anyway, I'm going to be doing it too. I hear that you think you're a pimp daddy. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, brother. The world can't have too many pimp daddies. But anyway, my friend, I want to wish you a happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Go out there. I know you're going to be smoking them up. If you were in Vegas, boy, I would light you up like you've never been lit up before. But happy birthday, my brother. Peace.
So there's a lovely example of one of like many good cameos. A lot of these celebrities do awesome cameos for people. My brother absolutely loved that. It's one of his favorite gifts he's ever gotten in his life. He played it over and over. Money well spent. And Godfather wasn't even that expensive. All right, so then I see Tyler Labine on there. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to send myself a fucking cameo. But while I do that, I'm also going to request him to do a shout out to Outsiders of Horror. Just do that basic, hey, this is Tyler Bean, you're listening to Outsiders of Horror. Like I've seen many cameo videos do for people. All right. So, and I send it and I get this back. And first, he does it right when he wakes up. So he's laying in bed, hair all fucked up. So the people that are watching the YouTube video, you're about to see that. But this is what I got back from Tyler Labine.
Hello, good morning. It's Tyler Labine. I just woke up. This is for Andrew. I'm so glad that you enjoy my work. And I'm so glad that you enjoy horror, even though I'm really more of a comedy fan myself. But, they go hand in hand quite well, I think. Really, it's awesome that you're a fan. I gotta say, you can't buy me as, your spokesperson for $40, okay? It's not how it works. If you want to talk about me doing something like that for you, then we can discuss that, but not gonna. You can't use my face and my voice for $40, okay? That's not what this is. You can't rebroadcast this. But anyway, I'm glad you're a huge fan, and I'm glad that you love Tucker and Dale. We're trying to work on something new as we speak. So anyway, stay tuned, okay? Take it easy.
So there you have that, which I just rebroadcasted, by the way. We'll see how true that is. If this shit gets taken down, it gets taken down or whatever. But yeah, so he wouldn't do the simple thing of this Tyler being you're listening outside of horror. It's not like we're a primetime fucking stadium show or anything like that. I think that's ridiculous. And a little side note for this episode, a week ago, I gave plenty of time because they're supposed to give you they give you 7 days to get a cameo back. So I requested this video for like a sequel to that little cameo to maybe to redeem himself. And I didn't ask him to shout us out or anything. I basically just said, hey, we're going to review Tucker and Dale. Just tell my co-host that he sucks and I'm better than him is the gist of it. Didn't get anything back at all. It got canceled. I got my money back. Shit like that. So I don't know. I don't think he's understanding the concept of cameo. And this kind of makes me feel like, well, for one, I'm glad I haven't met him too. Because it seems like he's kind of got a little ego complex a little bit. What do you think about all of that just went down with the whole cameo shit?
I mean, this is why they say don't meet your heroes.
Right. Exactly.
Tyler Labine, you fucking, I'm fat too. Someone say, you fucking fat piece of shit. All right, listen. There's plenty other fucking asshole schmucks out here on fucking Cameo tossing out fucking endorsements left and fucking right like it's nobody's fucking business, all right? Just because Tucker and Dale and you had some fucking shitty show called Ghost or whatever the fuck it was on Hulu does not give you the right to be a cunt. And you, sir, you are a fucking cunt. And I hope your fucking career goes in the fucking shitter because you're just a fucking asshole. It would have taken you 15 fucking seconds to do it, you money-hungry loser. So go suck a fat dick, you fuck.
And there's a farmer's typical response. Good old good cop, bad cop. Because, okay. I know there's a difference between the happy birthday one I showed because I didn't ask him to do any endorsements or anything like that. And then Tyler Beane's fucking no, I'm not gonna. You can't use my likeness. Fucking bullshit. But it is what it is. So yeah, there's that fun fact for you. But to go off of that, I still enjoy the man's work. I guess he's taken off my list of people that I want to fucking meet. But anyways, let's get in good old Tucker and Dale. Good old Alan Tudyk, who was not on Cameo. I looked because I wanted to get him because he's fucking great. He does a lot of great shit too. These two were great together. These like very friendly hillbilly fucks going out to their summer cabin that they're gonna refurbish. And of course, there's a group of college kids that they come across, and you pretty much it's set up to where it's like the crazy hillbilly fucks that are going to be murderous, but you see it from the point of view of the hillbillies, and they're actually the kindest, gentlest people you'll meet. And the way the deaths happen and stuff like that are just a lot of fun and over the top. These kids keep accidentally killing themselves, but in a way to where it looks like Tucker and Dale killed them. And it's a good fucking time. I think they both give great comedic delivery. And I can't say, being from Kansas, being around these kind of people, they really do exist. There are some people, some rednecks that are probably really stupid, but they're the nicest fucking people you'll ever meet in your life. So with that, I don't know what do you think? First, how did you come across this movie, and what was your kind of thought of it when you initially watched it?
When I'm trying to figure out how I first found this. I want to say it was either Shudder or it was Netflix. It was probably Shudder. Actually, no, it was Netflix. It was Netflix, I think. It was Netflix. Yeah, I mean, I remember I just randomly came across it because I remember one time I was actually a big Tyler fan. This would have been when I was in California. This probably was like a couple of years ago, but I probably discovered him like 2013, 2014, something like that. And I remember I was like, oh, this dude's a good actor. I was like, I like him. And I don't like you no more, you fucking asshole. But I mean, I used to like him. I was a big Alan Tudyk fan. He was on Firefly, right? Yeah, Firefly. Yeah, and I was a huge fucking Firefly fan. So,
One of those.
Yeah. But he's that dude's a fucking amazing character actor. He is great. I loved him as Steve Pirate in Dodgeball.
Right.
Arr!
Yeah.
But no, I remember I came across this movie and I laughed my fucking ass off. I thought the writing was excellent. I loved like the characters, loved the acting. It's like they come off like they're trying to fucking hurt you, but they're just actually two bumbling idiots just trying to help you out and you don't realize it. So I mean, I love the whole cat and mouse aspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, my first time ever like seeing the film, I was like, this is fucking funny as shit. But then when I met you, I was like, this is what it's like being Faye.
It pretty much is. I mean, especially the people that I'm around all the time and shit. But yeah, I had a great time because I followed Tyler Labine's career, so that's how I found out about this movie. Just me following, seeing what he's doing next, and then this came out. I'm like, oh, it's got like a horror aspect to it, and then I just absolutely love the concept of you thinking that it's crazy hillbilly fucks, but it's really a couple of bumbling idiots that mean no harm, and these college kids are just dumber than they are. Hey, college kids, we got your friend. And yeah, they're holding one of their friends hostage. AK, she slipped on a rock, knocked herself out, and they wanted to help her out. And then they all become friends. Poor Tucker, though, man. That dude took way too much of a beating in this movie when Dale was the cause of a lot of the shit that was going on, as they address in the movie. But Tucker definitely took the blunt of it. I mean, they got his bowling fingers. I love that line because I'm a bowler myself. He got all the bee stings and just took an ass whooping in this movie. But yeah, I found it hilarious. I mean, you got to love the wood chipper scene. The kid goes head first into the fucking wood chipper, and he's trying to pull him out. And then after the wood chipper shuts off, he's like, "Are you okay?" He's just fucking half a body. It's just, yeah, the deaths were great. I thought the actors of the kids were way over the top, but I think that was kind of intentional. I know this is a directorial debut for somebody. I didn't write down his name, but
it was Eli Craig.
Another Eli. Oh, look at that, 2 Elis. God, Bob Craig.
This was not a directorial debut. I don't think. Was it?
Maybe a feature length. I don't know, but while you look at that, they've been in talks for sequels. There's still talk about sequel, like Tyler Labine pointed out in that cameo. Which I ordered that cameo fucking last year. That's how old that cameo is. I just still had it saved on my computer. But yeah,
This
they were
was his
talking about
feature length debut.
okay, yeah, feature length debut, and I was impressed with it. I think he did a great job of the two aspects of the groups.
The guy was actually an actor. He was in the Carrie 2 movie.
Oh, nice. But yeah, then like sequel talks. There was one where it was supposed to be Tucker and Dale go to Yale. I don't know if there's gonna be any horror aspect to that.
I don't see that movie happening.
Then there was one where Alan Tudyk had an idea that was similar to From Dusk Till Dawn, but it was with Tucker and Dale. That could have been interesting, I think. But yeah, did Tucker and Dale go to Yale? Yeah, I read it. It's a Good Will Hunting meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the way they described that script.
I guarantee it was nothing remotely close to that. It was like fucking. It was like Van Wilder meets a fucking shitty horror movie. I wish nothing but bad things for Tyler Labine, and I hope he catches COVID. So
Damn. So you really did not appreciate his cameo response.
not at all. Not at all. What a douche.
Well, I'll still enjoy his work. I think he's fucking hilarious and shit like that. I'm just not gonna be like
I'll just, I'm gonna be
follower
the voice
like I was.
Don't worry, I got you.
I'm just not gonna be a follower of his like I was. I mean, one of my favorite shows of all time is Reaper, and he was fucking great in there as a character named Sock. Definitely, people should check that out if you can. Only 2 seasons of it exists, but
Good.
great fucking show.
With good fucking reason.
Well, with your attitude towards it now, or towards Tyler now, does it change your opinion or feelings at all for any of his work, like Tucker and Dale? Does it make you like the film any less now?
Now I just feel the movie is soured to me. Now it's fucking soured goods.
So pretty much anything involving him, there's gonna be that bitter taste in your mouth.
I'm gonna be absolutely apprehensive about watching anything else that this guy is ever in.
Wow. Don't order any cameos in there, buddy, because you might get disappointed.
Listen, when you fuck with the show, you fuck with the farm, all right? You mess with the bull, you get the fucking horns, all right? So
oh man. Did you like the gore and shit though in this movie?
oh yeah, I thought the gore was really good. I mean, I enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, there wasn't like the movie didn't really rub me the wrong way at all. I thought the writing was smart. I loved the directing of it. I thought the acting was good from Alan Tudyk.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only acting I liked in this movie now. So,
Which on the screen you can see my name is Tucker and his name is Dale, just because I'm like the taller, skinnier one, and of course you got the short, rotund fella. But I think personality-wise,
I'm plump. All right, I'm a stud.
Plump. Gotcha. You sound like Cartman trying to give every excuse but fat. But personality-wise, though, I think the role's a little reversed because as Tucker was, the more forceful but still got a big heart kind of character, more blunt, and then Dale, the bumbling idiot, is really dumb but is a big pushover, but a heart of gold. Like
Yeah.
I've been told many times I wear my heart on my sleeve, which can be a blessing and a curse, I guess. But
I'm going to say in today's state, a curse.
But yeah, I don't know. You listeners, let us know who's more Tucker and who's more Dale or whatever, and let us know what you think of this whole issue with Tyler Labine. Do you think Farmer is getting a little too strong about it, or do you think it's justified? Let us know either through social media or down in the comments below for the YouTube watchers.
And lastly, to touch on that moment, also to the viewers and listeners, just keep in mind that that's what Faye paid for that, and then instead of getting what he asked for, he got an excuse as to why he's not going to give you that, and that's all he got. So he never really got any justification for his money. So
I didn't get my money back. that did suck. Luckily, he was only $40, but still, that's a lot of money in my pocket. My empty pockets. But yeah, okay, I agree with that. But like I said, I'm still gonna enjoy his films, his shows, whatever. Because he's fun to watch. He's just a dick. But yeah, I guess we'll finish off the show with rating this motherfucker. Why don't you go ahead and give the rating
right.
on your side?
So it's going to be a 2 rating, a rating before the Tyler Labine incident. The movie was a 7 for me. I thought it was really done, really like well done. It was up there for me. But now, since that happened, now we're unfortunately we're at a 4. So.
Oh wow, wow, that bitter taste
Rubbed me wrong.
Well, I mean, for me, I found it hilarious. I love the horror aspect. I love both Tucker and Dale. The two characters remind me too much of people that I know personally, so it's even got that personal touch for me. And I found it fucking hilarious. I love the writing. I love the delivery of the comedy, and so it gets a good old Miss Davis from me. A fucking 10. It gets the perfect score. I'm not going to deduct any points because dude's a douche in real life, but the movie itself, it's on my list of the 10s of the Miss Davises.
All right.
So there you have some good old Outsiders horror. I hope there was some visual stimulant for you YouTubers. I know I look good. And then you got Farmer, but you can just stare at the left side of the screen.
I'm a big ball of cupcake.
Here, let me help out the viewers. Here's me. There you go, viewers. You're welcome. Then you got that douchebag. No, wait, no, this is where everybody shuts it off. Oh, fuck this.
Feed me more.
So yeah, tune in to June 12th, which will be Friday, for our live show. So you can actually come and participate with us. Talk in the chat, participate, rate the films with us. Let us know what you think of everything that we talk about, and we'll read them on as we see fit. And yeah, do you know by any chance what we're doing yet?
I do not, nor do they deserve to fucking know. They'll see on social media.
There's your reason to go follow us on the good old social media. That's right.
And you can, if you don't know, you do know now because just look down below.
My crotch.
It's like it's going here. My dick got the HIV. So anyway, on that note, thanks for tuning in. You've been great. We've been diving down. Go fuck yourself.